coming out of the scrimmage today?
Yeah, I had to watch it more to give you a real accurate evaluation. We got a lot of young guys playing. Our older guys played early. We limited them quite a bit, but there was highs and lows to it. I thought when the first group was in there, they played well. But then, you know, the good thing is you get those reps, those young guys, and every single rep they get, whether it's painful at the time or not, is beneficial in the long run. So there'll be great film to learn off of and teach from and go from there.
How much do you feel like some of the young guys have been able to develop from the start of fall camp to now the second scrimmage? Because I think your coach Arnett has said that guys like Buki and Jen don't necessarily need as many reps right now, whereas some young guys can step in and progress.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think what you see with young guys is you see these big gains and then it stalls and then you see big gains again. And I think that's just part of the progression, right? So I think we've had guys that have had have a lot of gains, and then you come out in a scrimmage and you expect to see another big jump, and you don't always see that every time because all the things are moving fast and you know different scenarios and all those different things that require a little bit more processing and getting the job done on a consistent basis. And then if the ball moves, right, you're not going 4-play racks and rotating with the next group. You got to actually play the next play. And so I think we saw some weakness in that a little bit today. But again, those are all growing pains that you learn from. So it'll be good film, good teaching opportunity.
You've got a lot of young talent on that defensive line, guys like Dinkins, Travion, Deontay Anderson. What have you seen from those guys just throughout fall camp, and how much do you think they're going to contribute this fall?
I think they're going to have to contribute a lot, you know, and so I think our expectation is they better continue to get better, you know, and I thought they've had a really good camp, and I think they've hit that camp wall a little bit right now, and they better get freshened up and be ready to go when we get back on Monday.
Coach has commented that it's not just now, and you've said the same thing, it's not just within position competition, it's competition for positions. Are they even going to be on the field at all, whether the alignments you use and matchups, things like that. Is that still ongoing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's ongoing throughout the year because, you know, you get different offenses that are going to major in different personnels or whatever it may be, so that plays a part in those matchups. But then let's make no mistake about it. Just because you're playing at a high level early in the year, maybe you're not playing as high lately, you know, for whatever reason. There's a lot of variables in an 18 to 22-year-old's life. And so the fact of the matter is we got to find the most consistent 11 football players we can put on the field to give us a chance to win and play good defense. And so it's always a competition. Every day is an evaluation.
How important do you think it is, particularly in the linebacker room, to get some guys, game reps this year, some of the younger guys, knowing that, Jet and Buki, this is, their last season of eligibility?
It depends on the score. I mean, yeah, I would, in a perfect world, by all means, I'd like to, but we all know what that means on the scoreboard. So, yes, it is important. No doubt it is. I would say the other part of that is the special teams reps. You run down on kickoff and you have to shock and shed a block of a guy, with live bullets in a game atmosphere. That helps a lot in your development too. Or on kickoff return, you got a block all of a sudden, the guy that's screaming down the field. Punt return, punt, all those things add up. So any live reps, you just cannot quantify the importance of that for a young football player, and really at any position.
You see the depth building at the interior of the defensive line. Talk about the defensive ends. Besides the guys you got Davis, you got DeMonte, and those. Who's coming in behind them?
Yeah, I think it's Deontay Anderson for sure. Is a guy that's done that well. Obviously, Travion's kind of a guy, depending on what kind of front we're in, whether it's an interior guy or an edge guy. Obviously, we have high expectations for him. And there's other guys that are pushing. It's just somebody needs to go ahead and break through in that area.
Just based on initial observations from today, what young guys, what newcomers stood out to you in the scrimmage?
There was some good plays. I thought, Bryce Pollock's had a good camp. He breaks on the ball well and does show some flashes. Zachary Tillman's had a good camp. I didn't think he played his ability today as much as he had. But overall, there'll be multiple guys. When you're looking at all of it, I probably don't have a great answer for you on that until I watch the film, just to be truthful.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
All right.